ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a car check. We have officially Lockwood.
It's been a while, Jamie.
It's been a while, mate. It's been a while since we've been on camera together. The last time we were in a...
sun's this way.
I mean, the sun's that way. We won't get our sunny face, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the last time we were together, actually, we were in a muddy pit together.
We're drier.
With very... yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a very different video, this. But today, we're going to be talking about your S13, a car that I once owned. I didn't own this one, but I once owned one like this.
I used to really enjoy those videos in S13. In fact, that was probably one that watching your videos on that was like, I'm going to own one of them.
Mate, that makes me feel good because...
I loved how ratty it was.
Yeah, she was... It was violent.
Yeah.
I think the word is, it was definitely shouldn't have been on the road. But today, we're going to go through Lee's car because this is the first time I've actually seen it. I haven't seen this car other than social media posts, you know, various bits and bobs like that. And you're telling me that there's a good story behind this as well.
I mean, he said, let's try and make it 10 minutes. We love that sweet
we love the sweet spot, you know.
This, I could talk for about half an hour for this car. This car has provided so much content.
Yeah, content!
So, in multiple ways. This, like, I've never had a car which I've been that involved with, ever.
Really?
Like, absolutely, like, honestly, like, the store, how I bought it, and it just everyone who knows who's watched my videos, every time something could go wrong or something could prevent another opportunity, it has.
Yeah. Cool. That's car builds.
And I've been different with it. I have been different with it. But we'll go over it. I'll start at the beginning. How did it all happen?
Because this isn't obviously, you didn't buy it like that.
No. So when I moved down south and I went to the London life a little bit, got an E92 M3, went to C63, and I kind of lost my way a little bit. And I was like, I want something Jap and I need something as a big.
Can I just point out that's literally where I am right now?
Yeah, that's where you'll come back.
I'm on my way back, mate. Don't worry about that. I'm on my way back to stuff like this. But anyway,
when you're like this, you realise what you missed.
Yeah,
about that,
don't get me wrong.
So I mean, it popped up. It had half an engine, and it was disgusting. It was so ugly. It was battered.
Yeah.
It was obviously wasn't this colour. It was black. It was just rusted to hell. It scratched a bit. It was really, really, really bad.
But relatively complete car when you bought it.
It had wheels.
Had wheels. That's a good start.
So the story was, it wasn't running.
Right.
It was up for like $6,000, I think.
Wow.
It wasn't running. The guy said the head gasket's gone, but I've had it running. Right. So I was like, huh. So I went and lifted the bonnet up, and it was like rocker covers off, the head, the timing belt was off, everything was off. Like, there was half the engine missing, and he was like, "It's a head gasket. I bought the head gasket. I've just not got time to do it," which is a red flag, right? But he had a Jaguar Tech T-shirt on.
Oh, so that makes him, he knows what he's doing. Hopefully,
he had a Jaguar Tech T-shirt on, and he had like loads of cars like dotted about.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, and he had the head gasket, so I was like,
give him the benefit of the doubt.
We came to a deal. I was like, I can't give you running car money because I've not seen it running. We've got no videos of it running. I don't know it's running. So I won't say that. I won't say the deal we came to, but it was a decent deal, even if it was. Right?
Even if it was destroyed.
Even if it had no engine.
Yeah.
So I got it back, and I was like, I had a head gasket. I was like, drift day in the weekend, head gasket in a few hours, you know.
Let's go.
So
it's gonna happen.
And the first worry was when I come to set the head bolts off, and they're tight, right? So I got a breaker bar. Oh. So I was like, maybe it's just one. Oh wow. So I was like, oh no, someone's been in here.
That's and it dawns on you.
So I took the head off, and cylinder number 4 was just full of water, full of plastic, full of bits of metal.
Yeah.
So a spark plug dropped in cylinder number 4.
Wow.
And every bore was just scratched to and
basically.
like all the wire we had, it was bad. So at that point, it was like, do I shove an SR in there? Do I put an RB in there? Went over the pricing, and then it was like, well, if we buy a second-hand one of them, I could have been the exact same issue. If I'm talking too much, Jamie, let me know.
No, crack on. You crack on. These people need to know this.
They need to know this. So I was like, so we've got most of a CA there. Most of a CA. Let's have a look, because most people don't forge a CAs.
No.
Every time that I spoke to someone who's never owned a CA. They said, oh, it's a crap engine.
SR all the way.
I've spoke to like big drifters in the scene. Like I spoke to a guy called Neville who's got an RB25 S13, and he was like, the CAs, they're good engines. They're fun. They're light.
No one has any faith in them. That's the issue. No one has faith in them.
He says they have some engines with like oil return issues and stuff, but you fix them. They're great engines. So I looked on one of I'm not going to name any names, but I looked on the big engine builder, like a big Japanese car buyer sort of thing.
Yeah.
CA18 Forge rebuild package. $2,000. I was like,
not bad.
Great. So we sent the block off to get bored out to 84mm.
Yeah.
And I rang this company. I was like, yeah, I'm just looking on your website. I want to order the rebuild kit, but it's not letting me choose 84mm pistons. And they were like, we don't have pistons for that. And I was like,
cheers.
Your website says you do.
Says you do.
And they was like, no, we don't. And I was like, it's a bit annoying, but can I just order the rest of the stuff? You know, bearings, head gaskets, the head bolts, everything else you need. You know, rods, whatever.
All good stuff.
And they were like, yeah, we don't have anything in stock. And I was like, your website says 1 to 2 weeks. And they went, no, we don't have it. And I was like, what's the wait? It said it could be between 6 to 9 months. And I was
9 months?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was like, are you actually being serious?
Okay, that's really not what you want to hear.
I was like, that's not what I want to hear. So anyway, I was like, right, no worries. So I rang the second big Japanese
this is
builder.
The rabbit hole.
I was like, yeah, I need these parts to see, and they said we can't get anything for that. And I was like, you've not got anything? They said we've got nothing in stock. Wow. I said, well, have you at least got the ARP head bolts? Word for word, they went. They said, if you find some, let us know, we'll buy them off you. And I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, cheers.
So they do that on a daily basis.
Yeah, I was like, we've made a bad decision. But I've already sent the block off to get bored and sent the head to get skinned and everything. So at that point, anyway, it took me 3 months of looking every single night to find everything. I had to get head bolts of some random gears in Lithuania, random put on eBay one night. I was like, buy.
I'll buy them, yes.
And they were like double what they should be, but I had to get them. I had to get the pistons. It was a nightmare. There was one company who had them in stock in America. They flew them out, but they didn't come with rings. I had to buy the rings separate, so that ended up costing me like $1,000 just for the pistons.
Oh my god!
And then and then there was one company who BD Performance messaged directly because they knew them in Poland. ZR. I got mixed up. I didn't get ZRP rods. It was a big name rods, but I went through direct and they made them. So I got them.
Yep.
And then, long story short, I managed to get everything.
Wow.
So we built the engine.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. So we built the engine, had a load of teething issues with it, to be fair. Like oil leaks from the crank and things like that. But that got
that
fixed.
just happens, yeah.
So then I was like, great, I've got an engine, now let's make it a car. So every single bush was battered. It was absolutely knackered. So anyone thinking of doing this 5 sub conversion, right?
Yeah. Good.
Don't do it, right?
Okay, don't do it. Oh, right.
Everyone says don't get the 4 to 5 stud hub spacer things. Do it. Get them.
Get them because this is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. So I was like, what do I need for the front? So he was like, okay, well you need. Obviously, either S14 or Skyline discs and brakes.
Yeah, okay.
Wheel bearings and hubs. Right. That's all you need for the front. I was like, oh, okay.
Cool. I'll buy them.
The back, someone said you only need wheel bearings. I was like, oh, all right. So I got S14 wheel bearings, obviously, and the brakes and discs.
Yeah.
So the fronts, great. You know what? Like, actually, if I was saying do the fronts, don't do the backs.
Don't do the backs.
The fronts, so, I mean, hub, blah, blah, blah. And then I realised, oh, great, someone told me you can use S13 arms with these. You can't, the ball joints are different. Don't use them. So I have to get a set of Skyline arms. So I've got Skyline arms. Actually, sorry, I've got a Skyline arm.
Yep.
And an S14 arm, because someone sent me one of each. Which they are.
They're the same though, really. Yeah.
But one has a hole for the anti-roll bar and one doesn't.
Right.
So at this point, I was like, don't need that.
Yep, that can go all the way over there. Yep, lovely.
We've got no anti-roll bar on the front. I spoke to some drifts and apparently it creates more rear end. Oh, really? So yeah, so there's no anti-roll bar. And then I was like, so obviously this sounds fun, but trying to find these parts is not fun.
No.
If I'm honest, I've recently built a 106 GTI, which you'd think is easy. It's probably as hard as that is.
Yeah.
And I didn't change anything. It's literally hard to find parts, regardless of car platform.
And when it comes,
it's so bad.
So what happens then? So I'm like, right, okay, I've got the wheel bearing on, I've got the hub on, I've got my Skyline brakes. I've had to. The only S14 calipers I could find were ones that were battered, so I had to rebuild all the calipers, all the free front calipers. Which isn't really a big deal, it was okay to be fair, but I had to whack them all out with
smack the crap out of them. Yes.
They came out. And then I was like, right, okay, let's just put the front end, just go for a drive. So obviously now I've got S14 and Skyline everything on the front on an S14 chassis, it's like this.
It's like that, and
Right? So then I'm like, oh, it's fine. So I put the trap rod up, obviously to put in the hub, and it's the hub's here and the trap rod's there. So I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'll just widen the track.
Yeah.
It fell off.
That fell off. Yeah, cool.
I was like, oh my god. Then I had to buy adjustable tie rods and trap rods for the front. Oh. So they came, put them on, and the front was together, and then that was okay. The backs.
This is where the
This
party
was
starts.
probably one of the worst things I've ever done to a car ever. If someone told me you only need the wheel bearings, just get the hub as well. Because,
all lies.
Because obviously the S13 has got an internal handbrake.
Yes, it has.
Where the S14 and Skylines have a cable to the
going
to the,
to the actual thing.
So you can't put the. Long story short, can't do it. Long story short, an angle grinder came in, and these internal handbrakes went over my fence.
And over there with the other stuff.
So yeah, then and then I realised every time I took it for a drive, the subframe knock. Someone's drifted the hell out of it on 1989 standard bushes.
Nice.
So I had to do rear subframe bushes, poly bush on my own with a hammer and a screwdriver. That was great fun. And they have double bushes in the subframe, so you knock one ring out, and it's like,
yeah, okay. I've done this.
And then. Well, so you got to flip the subframe upside down and then get another bush out.
Mate, they don't make it easy for you,
They
don't make it easy.
Yeah, so where are we up to then? Yeah, so pretty much you've got a fully forged CA18, which I've only just ran in. It's still running standard turbo. Yep. Because with these, again, you can't just map it.
No.
You get to oh wait, the coal pack's from 1989. Okay, need R8 coal packs. Oh wait, this isn't it's not a VW, it's a Nissan. Okay, now we need a VW wiring loom. Oh wait.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, you can't map Nissan ECUs. Now we need a standalone ECU. Then we can get a bigger turbo.
Oh cool, yeah. So it never ends.
So yeah, at the minute it's just a fully forged CA running on a standard ECU, but it's quicker than a standard car.
Should be. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I need to get an air fuel ratio in there quick.
See what's going on.
Yeah, so we've just got these are JR10s.
JR10s.
I'm not a wheel guy.
Yeah,
really
I get that. I think they are the 10s. Let us know below if we're wrong.
I picked them up in like a graphite grey for 200 quid with the Pilot Sports online.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a shout.
They were knackered. So me and my painting friend, which we'll get onto this in a minute.
Yeah,
we
nice
painted them as I was painting this.
Cool.
So we've got Skyline front brakes, Skyline front discs, Skyline / S14 lower arms, and then jet speed adjustable trap rods on the front. I think that's about it.
Cool.
Same again, GR10s. These are 8J on the back there, 9J. Again, not a wheel guy.
No.
This should have been the other way around,
yeah.
but I've swapped them because I'm a gangster.
Yeah. And to be honest, the drift look at the moment is to have the front's poking out anyway, so I mean,
when you've got as little as power as this, you want the skinny boys on the back.
Yeah, so you can go sideways.
So it came with none of the kit. Funny story about the sunroof, actually, which I'll get onto.
Sunroof.
So we've got a genuine BN front bumper. That's a genuine.
I've been to BN in Japan.
Have you? Yeah.
I appreciate genuine that all day
BN.
long.
I bought it for 40 quid because this bit didn't
40 quid?
Yeah, because this bit didn't exist.
Right.
I took it to a fiberglass guy near me, MSN well, I can't remember, I think it's MSN fiberglass. Just a random guy around the corner, 200 quid, fix it up, look at mint, right?
That's a
and
shout.
he smoothed these bits off, but then I realised where the hell am I going to put my indicators? So
put them underneath,
W19, you might know them, I don't know. W19 side skirts.
Yeah.
Replica BN rear bumper.
Yeah, good stuff.
Just
completes the look though, that's what you need, don't you?
Ducktail that's moulded in, but my issue is, see the cracks here?
It's starting to come up. Okay.
Well, yeah, see, if you, I'll show you.
Because the boot hits. Such a thing, yeah, man.
Boot hits. The car was perfect. I was like, oh no, but whatever.
It's just the way it is. Sometimes these things happen. It's fine. Coming around the back, I love the lights. I forgot how nice the lights look in these, just with the 200 SX in the back of it. Exhaust?
It came on the car. I don't know what it is.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Some Japanese thing.
All I know is this. So when I thought my subframe was knocking, it was a mixture of this and the subframe.
Some movement. Yeah, nice.
That makes a loud noise.
That's literally about right.
So the sunroof. So this was actually a sunroof though, and it came with a sunroof.
Okay.
But I didn't know when I bought it that the latch inside's been removed. So we put the trailer on the car backwards. So what happened was the wind on the on the M25 got under the sunroof. And I was just sat in the passenger seat, and mate went, I think someone's just come off the car. I'm thinking maybe a bit of trim. The whole sunroof When
oh my!
I swear to God,
no!
It was flying. Some guy had to swerve 2 lanes in M25. It smashed. Luckily, it smashed.
Sorry to that guy.
Luckily, it didn't smash on the motorway.
Yeah,
do you know when you're like you're dividing off and it smashed there? So for about 3 months, I was like, "What the hell am I going to do?"
You're not finding another sunroof. Point that out now. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it.
Cling film wrapped around so water wouldn't get in it, and it got to the point I was like, I can't find one. So we got one of the guys did the welding. There was a bit of welding, like the rear arches here, a bit.
They always need something, mate.
Underneath,
just how it is.
Luckily, underneath was not that bad.
Okay.
It was actually all right. It needed a bit of sill work, but it weren't that bad. So some guy charged me 800 quid to do all the welding, and he did that as well.
Oh, very nice.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. So the paint.
The paint.
So I was
coolest paint in my life. I love this paint all day long. It's coolest.
It's called a Porsche Ruby Stone Red. So there was a 964 Porsche from the 80s, and that was called a Ruby Stone Porsche, and it came out in this colour. And a few of like the new Porsches have done it as like a memory.
Yeah, it is quite a big thing to put on Audis, VWs at the moment, Porsches of the new era stuff. Yeah. People wrap their cars, paint them.
It's technically red.
Yeah, it's really not red.
I wanted something that was era specific.
Yep.
And something just brave, but not too brave.
Yeah. Not silly, but
not
cool
silly.
At the
so
same
I saw the 964 Porsche, and I was like, "Yep, that's
there it is."
So my friend who's a painter did it for me. Did an unbelievable job. And because it came back from the welding as well, like obviously it needed a lot of like bits of filler over the welding and stuff. But the intercooler, I don't know what it is, come with the car. We'll open the bonnet.
We'll open the bonnet because people have got to this point and want to see under there after hearing all of the nightmares that you've had getting this thing going.
We've had the gearbox off 3 times and the engine out twice.
Oh wow!
Trying to fix an oil leak in the back of something.
Only a couple of times then. That's not bad.
Yeah. So there she is.
Very nice. All black in here.
Well, I mean, when I had the engine out, I painted the engine bay, and for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to do it satin black because I thought all the engines going gloss. I thought it'd contrast it.
Yeah.
But it just looks like the end. I just wish I did it gloss black. I don't know why I did it.
That's just life, though. I mean, things happen, but I think it looks quite nice. And
yeah, it's okay. I mean,
it looks right. I think.
Yeah. Obviously, we've done this. Everything's purple, so the pulleys are purple. The cocker is the table.
With the brakes as well.
Yeah. So it's the same colour.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's the exact same colour.
I must admit, I love it. I think it's a fantastic colour. The car's insane, and well done for putting all that work in.
A lot of work.
I'd have definitely sold it before then.
I bought it last September, and I've just finishing the running the miles. It's been like 8 or 9 months.
Wow, good effort. 8
or 9 months. It's had a new gearbox. Oh, I've lost loads of stuff. It's got an Exedi paddle clutch in there.
So that's fun to drive.
To be fair, it's
not too bad.
The clutch, it's got some. I've looked in the line. It's got some like a brake booster sort of thing on the clutch line. So it feels alright actually. It's very snappy.
That's not too bad.
It's a new gearbox. The fifth gear was going. So a new gear, well, not new, a second-hand new.
Yeah, second-hand reconditioned.
Honestly, there's so much. Fully missed off so much stuff. Like I forgot about the paddle clutch and everything. But
it's complete, and you're driving it. That's the main thing. You're driving it.
Driving it
at the takeover.
It sounds amazing. It really does.
This is the main thing, mate. But we're going to end today's video there. Thank you to Lee for using some of his time there.
Yes.
As cars rev in the background, using some of your time to actually show this car. And if you haven't, go and subscribe to Lee because obviously you do better videos than me, mate. So got some music in the background. Listen to this happening. It's all happening. Anyway, guys, we will see you.
See you later. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow.